Brian here with Way Follower Fellowship. I'm going to start another new series. As I've mentioned in other videos, I attend a group called Celebrate Recovery, and it's really helped me a lot with dealing with some of my PTSD and some in my alcohol addiction, among other things. And every other week, we have a lesson. One week we'll have a testimony where somebody gets up and tells their story, and then next week we'll have a lesson. It kind of goes over the different things that CR teaches as far as like recovery and things to expect and what to go through and stuff like that. So sometimes, well, a lot of times actually, whenever I'm doing or whenever somebody's doing the lesson, I find myself like lost in thought, and so instead of writing the notes the way I should on the lesson, I actually just kind of write down my thoughts. And so I'm going to call this new series CR Thoughts. And so these are just things that popped to my head whenever I was in CR, and I thought that I might share them with you. So let's see, let me get to the first one here. My handy dandy fancy old timey journal. So all right, so the first one. The first step to removing our character defects is to remember He is the Most High King, King of all kings. When people would come before their king, they did so with reverence and honor. They humbled themselves and always referred to him with a title of honor and authority, such as my king, Lord, and your highness. If people were expected to show this level of respect for a fellow human, how much more reverence should we have for the king above all kings? I'm not saying that we have to grovel, though there may be times that will be necessary, or whimper before him. We can be bold, but that boldness should always be tempered with the honor and reverence he deserves. My pride is the biggest character defect that I've needed removed, and I need to stop thinking I'm bulletproof and can handle my alcohol addiction and my PTSD, and I will reach out when I have the urge to drink or when I'm suffering in loneliness. I'll reach out to him. He is my fortress, but he's also given me people to reach out to, accountability people. There's men in the CR group that are part of my accountability group. There's ministers. There's a pastor in there, and slowly but surely a community is forming, even outside of CR, through the small groups that I attend at church and whatnot. So just in that night, whenever I wrote this particular thought, I was just thinking about how God was and is on the throne, and how disrespectful I had been in the past, and that if we show respect to presidents and kings and leaders of nations, how much more respect should the King of all kings be given? So, just food for thought. Thank you all for stopping by. I love you. Go with Christ.